Good evening, everybody. Um, Wendy, Elliott, Mears here. I went to public comment tonight. Um, since I've been on a paid leave since February 24th, and I had two paid leaves last year. I did notice when I walked in, they have something in red now where it says something encourages staff members, personnel issues that they should be brought to the board executive session. Well, I don't know. I guess that's been made because of me, but our children should be worth a personnel issue to be expressed in the public. This is a public concern. I did not let that intimidate me, and I have not seen yet the recording for the school board meeting this evening. It may take some time, but I'm going to go ahead and record what I spoke tonight so that you can have it. And sometimes when they record it, it's it's read a little fast. It's you get 3 minutes. So I'm going to speak it at my pace, and this is what I spoke tonight. Um, no one says anything, and I left them a packet of my whistleblower event and all the letters that I've received from the district. So, and supposedly I'm going to be brought in on Thursday for continuing to air my personnel issue for a disciplinary uh, action. Um, and there are no eyewitnesses. It's all hearsay, all for advocating for the Child Victims Act and, being an advocate for Hispanic children. So I'm going to go ahead and read this to everyone. I said, good evening. I'm Wendy Elliott Mears, a 23-year educator at IRSD and child advocate who has faced a hostile work environment for 3 years. I attribute this to my advocacy for Hispanic children and involvement with the Child Victims Act, which has been politically and institutionally motivated actions involving a high-ranking politician and Freemason for this district, Senator Brian Pettyjohn. To give you some key incidents of just this year, in September, I was labeled a conspiracy theorist and had to undergo a psychological evaluation after appearing on Gaffney's radio show for the Child Victims Act and put on paid leave. The assistant principal called crisis on me when I went to deliver the injustice of this at public comment. And she also helped cut my STEM program, and then she resigned. The head principal publicized my leave on the email server and contributed to the cutting of my STEM program, and she was angry when I asked about a missing child on February 22nd. She also resigned, and neither of these former principals would meet with me. I was placed on another paid leave after the FBI, the exact same day, received my complaint letter on February 24th, detailing concerns about public corruption, absence of Hispanic children not coming back from year to year, and the lack of human trafficking education recommended to our children already approved by the Department of Education. There have been unhelpful interactions with law enforcement, including Colonel Crotty, Sergeant Ripple, who is a JAG officer, Special Agent Chris Lake of the FBI, and Detective Dustin Yenser for human trafficking, who all have ties to Senator Pettyjohn. After meeting with the FBI on April 29th, 2 hours later, there were more complaints on me the same day by the school district by a previously coerced principal who also recently resigned. There was an elimination of my only sole elementary STEM program, and now my permanent placement is in a high school position, a level I have never taught, along with new responsibilities for writing IEPs without experience. A slanderous letter was then sent to me by the former assistant superintendent June 30th, while I was at Legislative Hall, making me out as unprofessional, and that I alleged statements that other colleagues in the district were involved in pedophile rings. She then resigned. Recently, I've been interrogated by retired DSP investigators regarding false accusations, quote unquote, the only two district investigators in Delaware schools with a high Hispanic population. These allegations were by colleagues who publicly advocate against ICE, and they conspired in how to get rid of me after I specifically wrote to the FBI. Other colleagues vindicated me, and there has been no eyewitnesses to show any wrongdoing by me. I suspect a hidden reason for my 3 paid leaves and a larger motive behind these attacks against me. I plan to meet with senators and representatives and have repeatedly tried to resolve the hostile work environment. I'm sharing invitations to my whistleblower event this evening and letters from the district, including a recent letter of reprimand. Thank you for allowing me to speak. Please note, in this world, it is not dark because of all the darkness. It stays dark because not enough of us come together to shine the light, and especially for our children. Thank you. Hopefully, the school board will be posting my public comment and tonight's public comment for their board meeting. And hopefully, everybody has a good week. It was my first day back. I am with some really good people. I'm still filing the grievance, and I'd like to go back and teach engineering at some point. But it is what it is. I'm gonna have to be where I'm put. I'm doing what I can and being led by the Lord. Have a good evening.